Hi, I'm Bo Forbes. I'm a clinical psychologist, yoga teacher, and yoga therapist. And today I'd like to talk to you about yoga tools that have practical application for relieving the symptoms of anxiety and depression. And the principle behind yoga for anxiety and depression is that these emotional issues that we have are patterns that we have the capacity to change. There are 5 primary tools that we can use to relieve anxiety and depression. They are balancing the nervous system, lengthening and regulating the breath, quieting the mind, inhabiting the body, and changing our narratives or the meaning that we make out of the things that happen to us. In people who struggle with anxiety and depression, the nervous system has been shown to be in a continual state of overdrive, so that stress hormones are released at a greater rate than people without anxiety and depression. So our yoga practice can actually balance the nervous system when we bring in meditation, pranayama, and restorative yoga, some of the more mindful contemplative practices that help to slow the heart and soothe that activation in the nervous system. We also use pranayama to lengthen and extend the breath, typically breathing in and out through the nose and allowing the exhale to be longer than the inhale, even up to twice as long as the inhale, is a great way to slow the heart and balance the nervous system as well. We also can use techniques to really bring our awareness into the moment and into our bodies. Those also tend to be both the contemplative aspects of yoga and also mindful asana that really draws our awareness deep inward and gives us a focus so that the mind is not always continually churning on that hamster wheel of negative or stressful thoughts. We also can quiet the mind through these contemplative practices, and the mind has a very strong capacity to tell stories or narratives. And we can think of those narratives as a samskara, the myths that we tell about who we are in the world, about what our role is in the world, how we interact with the world, and the meaning of things that happen to us are potentially destructive to the patterns of anxiety and depression. Research shows that the more we tend to feed and nourish those difficult narratives, the more we reinforce the patterns of anxiety and depression. People often ask me, does this mean that I need to stop telling all my stories? And does it mean that I can't make meaning out of the things that happen to me? I think the answer to that is no. But what we do know that is extraordinarily powerful is that staying in the direct experience without needing to move to that narrative mode is intrinsically and deeply healing. With that too, yoga is wonderful because it really schools us to stay present with what is. That may be a tight hamstring on our right leg. It may be a sensation of discomfort in the abdomen or a rotator cuff injury, or simply even a fleeting experience of shame or dislike of the body itself. Whatever those experiences are, if we're able to stay present with them and breathe with them, those transient experiences of anxiety and depression will come and they'll go. So these 5 tools taken together construct an incredibly powerful practice that has really deep healing implications for our emotional well-being. So that's all for today on anxiety and depression. Thank you for listening. Have a big, happy, and emotionally well-adjusted day.